just working on the YouTube side real quick. Let's turn this bad boy on. Okay.
Have everyone join us.
I think we're alive on that end too. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to start doing these post game streams. The goon calls. We're gonna be gooning.
Hey, come on. Come on. I know we're feeling good. We're feeling
wonderful, my man. We're feeling wonderful. Why is it always the wrong thumb? What is up with that?
You know what? Since we don't have a direct message me and you option on here, is there? I'm gonna text you.
Nah, text me. It's okay.
Okay. Just reads. I'm just trying to figure out reads. That's all.
That's goon time, buddy.
I got no comment.
I'm trying to figure one thing out on this end. I appreciate everyone. We're trying something new here, moving back and forth, trying to make it work on both ends. And as you guys know, I'm old as shit, so my tech skills are not where they should be. But it's okay.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Okay. I just texted you.
I saw that. Give me your thoughts on what and when and all that stuff.
Looks like Prize Picks is pre-roll mention. And then we have LinkedIn, bro. We have LinkedIn now. This is unbelievable. I love it. This is awesome. I could do all of them. Doesn't really matter.
I hear you. I appreciate it all. Give me 10 seconds here, okay? Before we get this whole thing going. By the way, did you I'm feeling soft for not predicting Warriors in 5.
Yeah.
That's where my head's at right now.
I remember we were doing it and I was like, it's either 5 or 7. I didn't think they were going to win this one. I'm going to be honest. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know, man. It just
new playoff Steve, by the way. Is that what we got now? New playoff Steve?
40 minutes? Do I have that right? I'm going to look this up because I swear he played the whole fourth quarter. I could be wrong.
No, you're correct. I'm looking at the box score.
Minutes. Oh my god.
Full new playoff Steve. We got a new playoff Steve going right now. All right. I say we get to it. I think it's time to start the official show.
Okay.
Time for the official show. Everybody, presented by Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 and use the promo code WELCOME to Light Years. Andy Lou. Are we back? Are we? Is it sweep talk? Is it time to talk sweep? Is it time to talk fucking sweep? I got my Surfside here right now. Feeling like I'm so far ahead of myself. I'm going to concern troll my way back to Earth now.
No.
But if you were to get me, honestly, if you were to get me 3 Surfsides deep, I'm saying, yeah, maybe they'll lose 3 games in the playoffs total, but Parade, get it going right now. Dude, that was – look, man. I saw what I needed to see. I saw what I needed to see from everyone who mattered. I saw what I needed to see from Steph Curry. I saw what I needed to see from Jimmy Butler. I saw what I needed to see from Steve Kerr.
Yep.
Those are the 3 most important people. And right now, my head, I'm feeling very, very good.
I saw what I need to see from Podziemski and Moody. Let's be very clear. Those last 5 minutes were some fucking stones. Big stones from guys that are just playing their first postseason. I guess Moody has played some before, but this is if I were a Houston Rockets fan, I couldn't do this. Like, this is not something I could deal with every single year. It feels like I'm watching it in repeat. When we did our Light Years preview show earlier this week, I think one of the most crucial things that the Warriors had better than the Rockets was crunch time minutes. That's what they were going to win every single time. If the Rockets are going to win, they're going to have to win the game by 15, right? if you're going to get it to a close game with 4 minutes left, the Warriors are going to win it every time. And we saw that today. If you're a Rockets fan and you're a fan of James Harden, you're a fan of Chris Paul, you're a fan of Dwight Howard, remember those days, 2014, 15? You've seen it all. Now you're a fan of Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet. How can you just feel like you have a shot in this series? And let's be clear, it was a close game. It was a pretty close game down the end. I saw what I needed to see from the role guys to make me believe, to make me dream, Sam. Make me dream. Because Steph and Jimmy, there were no doubts coming this game. No doubts.
Huh?
But I'm dreaming. Now I'm dreaming. Moses Booty hit a big three. Pajemski, both of them look a little scared. And then all of a sudden, when it was crunch time, they flipped the switch. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like this is this is big time. Because you saw some of the Rockets guys. They kind of how bad was Amen Thompson tonight, right? How bad was Dylan Brooks tonight? And he's a vet. So big time stuff. But I haven't felt this good about a game in since Steph had 50. Since Steph had 50, I think. This is the last.
Yes, that sounds about right. Quick housekeeping note: we are live on playback and we are simulcasting on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to join the show live, participate, call in, do whatever it is, hop over to playback. If not, that's cool too. So, that's where we're at right now. To me,
by the way, fixing my audio settings real quick.
Yeah.
To me, big thing was the way everything starts with Steph for me. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say I was annoyed at all the Amen Thompson, Steph Curry, all that sort of talk. And it's annoying to me just because it's like, how many years in a row are we going to do this? This dude's an all-timer. Dude's one of the greatest players of all time. And every time some new good young player comes along, it's like, oh, he's figured the secret out. He knows how to solve Steph Curry. He knows how to solve him. He's figured it out. Oh, that sort of thing. And it's like, no grace for the fact that they literally ran through the Grizzlies, the Lakers, the Nuggets 3 games in 4 nights prior. No grace for the fact that's the regular season. No, he has the secret. Amen Thompson has the secret that no one else has had in the past, period. And so for me, it's just like gratifying to see his games because like Steph is, for me, he's Mount Rushmore, but it's the constant, the Rockets were top blocking him the whole time. They were super physical. I think everyone watching the show saw the pictures of like Jalen Green like hugging him and like all the and all the physicality they play with him. And it doesn't matter. He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna torch you every time. And so he got going with a bunch of backdoor layups at the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game was like, we're not letting you get 3. We're gonna hold you. Okay, layup. And then once the game opened up, the array of shots he hit, like, did he not hit at least 3 shots that would make you want to go home if you're the opponent? Like the dribble fading to the right, golden dagger style, like moonshot. It's like, what is that, man? And then when the Rockets are making their run and he pulls from, it had to have been 45. He pulled from it like it was a mid-range jumper. Like that's the part that's like an asshole move. He took it with such confidence and it goes in. Like it's that type of stuff where I'm just like, and his reaction after it is really the thing that sticks with me. The reaction where you can see, like he lets you know he knows what people are thinking and he just wants to silence them. Like it's just demoralizing the entire way through.
I can't even speak. I have like 4 takes that I'm about to get off, and I can't even start. Let's go back to what you said in the beginning when you talk about like the media takes on this game. To me, it shows, I think, just how great Steph is. That the only thing you can talk about with Steph is, oh, maybe there's this brand new thing that nobody has ever invented that could stop him. It's the way that I think you talk about only the all-time greats. Only. Now, I think there's a level of disrespect to it too. Because all you ever hear about is like, oh, Jokic can't be stopped, or LeBron can't be stopped, or it's et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But with Steph, it's like, oh, maybe they've got this guy. I think to me, Sam, it shows just how it doesn't fucking make sense how great this guy is. It still doesn't make sense that a 37-year-old, 6'2", 6'3" point guard can still do the shit that he does. Jokic, it makes sense. He's a big guy. LeBron, it makes sense. He's probably the greatest athlete of all time. Giannis, it makes sense. All these guys, it makes sense. Steph doesn't make sense. To this day, people still do not understand how great this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. You talked about some of the shots that he made today that kind of were heartbreaking. You and I have sat in this seat together on this show for 10 plus years and talked about all the shots that Steph made. It still blew my mind today. I was like, dude, the one that he hit where like he like almost turned it over, and you're just like, Steph, can you just get rid of the ball, right? And then, like, Steph, just get rid of the. I'm yelling, right? Risa's like watching at me, and I'm like, Risa, he just needs to freaking get rid of the ball earlier, and he'll be fine. And before I finish my sentence, he gets the ball, from like 30 feet away, just chucks it up, cans it, and they're up 7. And I'm just like, well, I just look at her, I'm just like, I mean, what are you supposed to say? You know what I mean? Like, that stuff still, I think, doesn't make sense to us, I think. Which, can you imagine what, like, your normal little media clown thinks? Like, what do they know? They don't watch, like they don't know anything. And of course, of course they're going to say this stuff because they don't watch stuff every day. Like, it's still unbelievable. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's so ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm saying.
And I'm with you. It's the I don't even know how to speak about it, and at the same time, I've watched it for 15 years. I've watched it for a long time. I know when it's real, and I know when it's not real. And I'm buying this team. I'm buying this team stock all the way through. And I'm going to pivot this point you're making to Jimmy Butler too, which I think is the real big one on this. It's like the thing that Steph has not had for 5 years, let's be honest. Since the Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson injuries, like I still think about how it's kind of wild that they won a title in 2022 when he didn't have a real second option. He really hasn't had like a true second option since 2019. And Jimmy Butler, man. Playoff Jimmy. We got more playoff Jimmy. I know you and I weren't doubting it after what we saw against Memphis and the Clippers, but tonight was just a perfect example of it. Like it's having another guy, a guy who can settle the team down. By the way, isn't it nice having a co-star for Steph who doesn't turn the ball over?
Hey, dude.
Like,
don't get me started.
It's a different style, but it's having someone else you can rely on, someone else who can get to the rim, someone else who creates for other players. I mean, 25, 7, 6, 5 looked awesome.
Easy.
The entire game. He also didn't get to the line, and it honestly
didn't call it today.
I like it though. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying this for years. I think it benefits the Warriors when they don't call fouls. Because if it's a murder ball, Steph's still going to hit more shots than your guys.
Yeah.
That's right. He might not be as efficient as he is normally, but he could be more efficient than your guy is with Draymond fouling him. I'll tell you that much. He could be more efficient than Fred VanVleet is if you can play that kind of. If you're going to let both sides play super physical, quasi not really basketball defense. It's still going to benefit the Warriors because he's just more skilled than your opponents, right? So I like it. I thought Jimmy played excellent. Like, I don't know, what is the Rockets counter even from here, man?
Two of my favorite moments, a lot of favorite moments in this game, but one was the third quarter when it went up 23 points. He hits the pivot one way, the other way, step back, fadeaway over Amen Thompson. I like that more than the 3 that he hit. I thought that was a little bit of like, oh, that's the Jimmy I know. And then multiple times today, he hit the pull-up jumper. Like we don't see that enough from Jimmy, but we saw it. He saved the last one for Şengün. I was just Steph standing in the corner, and I was just, you know what it reminded me of? You know what the Steph stand on the wing, 2 people looking at him, wide open Jimmy Butler against a mismatch big. You know what that reminded me of? I looked at Reese, I was like, dude, that's KD right there. That's what KD used to do all day long. That's what I'm just saying. He just dribble, take one step to the side, pull up, boom. And that was game. And you're watching possessions like that. This is why the Warriors aren't going to lose if games are in crunch time. Like in this series, if there's going to be 6 crunch time games, well, I guess, okay, let me take it back. If there's going to be 5 crunch time games, they'll win 4 of them. You only need to win. You only need to win 4 to win the series. If the next games are crunch time games, Sam, they'll win that game more often than not because they can just get to shots like that with ease. What shots are the Rockets getting to? So instead of waiting for because I think previously, if we were talking about pre-KD and then post-KD, it's very much a Steph double throw to Draymond. Draymond kicks it to someone, and then you hope and pray Wiggins hit a 3. And then obviously Clay, you can count on him to hit a shot. But now you kind of don't really have those guys. And I know we'll get to Moody later, but I don't have those guys, but you have the ISO. You have the ISO with Jimmy that I think they haven't had since Kevin Durant. It's unbelievable. And here's the thing. We've seen him do it against the best teams. Like we've seen Jimmy beat teams by himself. Teams like Houston Rockets, by the way. Teams like the Houston Rockets. Jimmy probably could have had 35 tonight if he wanted to, but you know what I mean? Like that's the value of having both guys.
Let's get to it. I want to get to calls, by the way. I want to do calls right after this, but I'll pay a quick bill first.
All right. Light Years Podcast. Okay. Light Years Podcast. We are brought to you by Via. 420 is here today. You're listening today. There's no better time to elevate your wellness routine. My heart is pounding, Sam. You know what would really help me sleep after we do this show? Some gummies from Via will really help calm me down. Or you could have some during the game. And that's some of my friends do that. They have some during game. I kind of like it. I like my heart rate running up. But tonight I need to go sleep. I wake up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm gonna hit Via. I'm gonna have a little Via, put me to sleep. They're trusted by over 500,000 happy customers, changing the game in natural wellness, blending powerful, high quality hemp-derived ingredients to deliver real effect-driven benefits. Whether you're looking to sleep better, have better libido, improve focus, recover, simply relax, Via has a tailored solution just for you. They've got products from 0 to high cannabinoids. They also let you fully customize your experience. If you don't know where to start, they got this cool product finder quiz. So some people don't know necessarily what they want to get from Via with the discount that we get them, but you can just take a quiz. It takes like 30 seconds. They'll let you know exactly what you need. So if you're 21 plus, check out the link to Via. It's in our description. Treat yourself to Via's annual Spring 420 sale. Black Friday level savings up to 35% site-wide. 35% site-wide. Right now, up to 50% off packs and bundles. And get a free gift plus more savings with your first order over $50 using our exclusive code LIGHTYEARS. Plus, enjoy free shipping on orders over $50. That's code LIGHTYEARS at the link in our description. And after you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show. Tell them we sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via.
All right, guys. I want to hear everyone's opinions on their thoughts on the game after this, but I'm here to tell you, look, there are few things that matter to me more than comfortable underwear. Just throw it out there right there. And, like most people, kind of skeptical of paying for good underwear in general. But then I got with the Skims, and I'm here to tell you, changed my life. Changed my life. Kim Kardashian, you changed my life. It's very rare you find a pair of underwear that hits that perfect cross-section of structure and comfort, flexibility and rigidity. All the things you want. I want it to feel structured, but I also want to have the mobility to move around. And Skims really does that, guys. Like I cannot speak highly enough of it. Wearing a pair of Skims right now would show you, but probably not allowed on stream. So we'll leave it at that. With that said, guys, shop Skims Men at skims.com or Skims stores. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Skims, the official underwear partner of the NBA, the WNBA, USA Basketball, Light Years Podcast, and Samus Fandiari's personal brands. Okay?
I love Skims. Skims is
great. Skims is the best.
No joke. No joke. It's awesome.
Let's get to it. Now I got to figure out how to get my way out of this. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. We can go from there. Let's get our guy Francisco up here real quick. I mean, do you feel like Houston has enough offense to compete in this series at all. Like I really hate to say the series is over after one game, but my main take on this series is like, how are these dudes going to score enough to hang with the Warriors?
Did you feel like they had a bunch of open looks today, and they just missed it? Because I'm looking at Fred VanVleet's numbers, shooting numbers, and Dylan Brooks' shooting numbers, and I'm kind of like, here's a thing with Ime. He's got a tough choice. He's got to figure out, does he want to play like these big lineups with Steven Adams consistently? Because they crush the Warriors, but they can't score. Like it just so at the end of the game, the Warriors, they can go small all day against a Şengün lineup. They can go small all day against a starting lineup. That's fine. So is Ime actually going to play Steven Adams like 30 minutes a game? Right. And after a while, like that fake lineup's going to get figured out too. I don't think Ime has a ton of options outside of hoping for Steph to get hurt. I don't know. Hit his thumb, maybe.
Reed Shepherd. I got text saying, "Hey, why is he playing Reed Shepherd?" I'm like, Reed Shepherd doesn't play for them. But I see where you're going with this because this is putrid offense, and maybe they should have given Reed Shepherd more minutes over the course of the season. Too late now, and maybe more of a year 3 project. You know what I'm saying? But like, I get the vision where you watch them and you're like, I don't really understand where the internal savings on this is, or the internal options on this are coming.
I think, Francisco, you on? We can keep going if you're. I don't know if he's on yet. He's muted. I think this is like the classic like regular season basketball stuff. It makes it hard. It's just like the Houston Rockets can run over guys and during the regular season, but the Warriors put together a game plan tonight. Like they made it a point. They said, "Hey, Şengün, go get your 30 if you want. Go get your 30. Go get your stuff. But we're not going to let anyone else do anything." I thought it was a game plan kind of similar to what they used to do with LeBron. But all right, Francisco, what's up?
What's up? Hey, Francisco, you good?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, great. Sorry. Well, fucking sorry. Really excited. No, really excited, man. Had a big lunch here in our house for Easter. Okay, but my God, what an end to the night. Tomorrow is a holiday here in Brazil, so no problem getting up and staying up to go on stage to talk a little. And my God, in Houston, I could not live with Steph visiting Houston if I lived there. They must dread every single time he steps on. They thought they had Evan Thompson. He was a problem for like 2 minutes, the first 2 shots, then it was over. It's incredible.
Yeah. I agree. By the way,
and one thing, sorry, and Jimmy, man, I love Wiggins. Okay, don't get me wrong, but it's at a whole different level of basketball, and people who doubted him, and even during the regular season, the Warriors played great, but I'm not gonna say playoff Jimmy is a thing, is real, but he can elevate his game. He can take over. Sometimes you get frustrated with him when he gets to the rim and he passed on the playoffs. He's passing a little bit less when he gets to the rim. He's trying to get fouled and scores, especially not even get fouled. He's trying to score, but It's incredible. The pull up he hit to ice it. It's a grown up basketball move. It's incredible.
Yeah, appreciate you, Francisco. I mean, it's just nice because it's like having someone else reliable around Steph who just you can trust to make a play on the ball. By the way, we didn't give Steve Kerr enough credit here.
I was
40
just
plus minutes, and I just want to say, listen to what Steve said post game here.
Let's do this segment.
New Stevie.
You guys are as physical as you need to be. Did you prepare them for just time to be as physical as possible? And what did you think about just the physical nature of this game?
Did I prepare them for?
Did you say this is going to be physical? So
no, I didn't mention it at all.
my God.
I totally forgot to tell the team that Houston is really physical and great on the glass.
To my outside guard,
Thanks for the
TK, baby.
reminder, and I'm gonna mention it before game 2.
you should.
My guy TK, baby. Let's lock in.
Oh.
Sam, there are like two things specifically, and when I'm going to talk about two, I'm probably going to come up with a third one. But the one thing was, you mentioned it. Steph played 40 minutes tonight. We sat here on
that's the only one we need to talk about. Let's be
what
real.
the hell? What was that?
8.5 man rotation. I know he played 10 guys. I know Guy got on the floor. I know Looney got on the floor. But like, let's be real. It was 8 guys and a couple like Guy. Go use your 6 fouls, like that type of thing, which is not a.
What was that?
Do you think it's as simple as Steve being realistic with like, I don't have strength in numbers, I have strength in stars. I have Steph, I have Jimmy, I have Draymond. I have 3 to 4 guys I trust, and we're not gonna fucking get cute. That's it. That's how I read it.
He coached this like urgent Steve Kerr, which is not something that we normally see until around game 5. Game 6 of a series, when he goes and just kind of throws the bag of tricks. Now, I don't think he's thrown the bag of tricks in terms of schemes. I don't think he's done that much stuff defensively. He's not doing exotic stuff because I don't think he has to. But you got to keep it simple with this team, right? Like with this specific matchup, which is if they play Steph 35 minutes tonight, do they win this game? I don't think so. Definitely not 33, which is what he played against the Clippers. They play him 38. Maybe they win, but he said, fuck it. I'm not finding out. He started the fourth quarter and played the entire 12. Now, Sam, I do think some of this is important because the way that this game is played, the pace that the Rockets play with, I know they're trying to hunt Steph on defense. It's not up and down. Like, I think there is a part of this series where Steph is kind of walking around on defense a little bit. I know they're trying to hunt him, but they've got no other options. They don't have much up their sleeve. They can't really do much.
It helps. It also helps that they can't fucking score the ball, man.
That's right. No. You're right. So I just it kind of blew my mind. I think he knows that if it is a super long series, it does get a little tricky. I think he knows that the margin of error for the Warriors are different now. Here's the other thing I thought was interesting too. I don't know if you noticed this. You probably did, but Draymond played 37 minutes tonight. And in the first half, Draymond started losing his mind. He turned the ball over, started yelling at Steph, right? And then he gets a foul on the other hand, starts screaming, and he sits on the bench for the last, almost, I would say about like 2.5, 3 minutes of the game. And that's when the Warriors like pushed the lead from like 4 to 13. They took a lead to halftime. And so that was fascinating to me because I think Steve Kerr is kind of like, and again, they called a timeout in the second half when Draymond was doing his thing with Şengün again. I think Steve's locked in, dude. Like in-game locked in. Not to say that he's not locked in previously, but I think he's good doing stuff where he's in the game where he's like, "Hey, Draymond, if we're ready to blow up, you're done. Here comes the hook. Like I don't care if Looney can't defend as well as you. It doesn't matter." Kind of blew my mind. I'm just
yeah. It's a new
Steve.
Yeah, he's ready. They're ready to go for it. That's the way I see it. They're ready to go for it right now. And that's really all I need. Let's be honest. That's all I need at this point. All right, Will, what's up, brother?
Up, fellas. Ultimate Sunday Scary's coming back from a day at Coachella. So that was a little rough. Is there any team that stresses you out a little bit more when we have a 20-plus point lead? In the back of my mind, I'm kind of like, how is this going to get to 4 points in the next 10 minutes? Like, I just constantly think of that now after the Grizzlies game, for everything that transpired there. I mean, Steph Curry, just a phenomenal game as always. You got to love what he's doing, man. But Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy's here. I think Kevin Harlan said he had played like 142 minutes in the last 3 games, which is like just an absurd amount of minutes in what this guy is putting together. Pods I'm a little worried about. Moody made some huge shots. I would explore maybe putting GP2 in there, maybe starting Loon in game 2 just because the rebounding was so atrocious on the offensive glass. You got Loon for a reason, man. This guy's got 20-plus rebound games and, multiple playoffs on our finals run in 2022. I know he's far from perfect, but we got to shore up those rebounds. And Love him or hate him, man. I'll never understand how Kuminga can't even get minutes in this series. I will not understand that.
We're not doing Kuminga. Not this early in the show. Will. I love
I'm
you,
doing
but
it.
we're not. We're gonna wait.
Hey,
till
man, I got to get this off my chest because I got to talk dubs with y'all, man. But yeah, the Kuminga thing it frustrates me to no end. But much love, fellas. You guys got the call-ins back. We're about to make a run.
Let's do it.
I think it's not even a coincidence that you guys are doing the call-ins and a run's about to start for Golden State. So let's freaking go, gentlemen.
I feel responsible for the
slumping. We took another win at Houston in the playoffs. It's feeling like we got a shot in this thing. Much love, fellas. Let's get this dub.
Hell yeah, dude.
Will, you're my guy. Always.
Hell of a call. How's he back from Coachella? Sorry, go.
I don't. First off, he didn't imply he was back. He just said
still at Coachella,
leaving Coachella. Nuance in the language. Is he in the desert? Is he on the road? I'm not sure. Will, you don't need to disclose. You do your thing. Appreciate you as always.
Yes, sir.
I will say this. I want to touch the Kuminga thing real quick.
Oh boy.
It's not even an oh boy thing. So on the preview pod, I said I thought Kuminga was going to play because I thought Steve was going to do Montessori Steve and get everyone out there in the first. And then I texted you, and you have the receipts. You can pull it up. I texted you this morning. I was like, he's not going to play him. I feel very confident. I'm feeling more confident that he will not play him. And it's nothing to do with anything other than he doesn't have a role on this team. And I really don't think they're in an experience. They feel very confident with what they have. It's this simple. They like what they have. It's about, like, do you fit a specific role? If you do, like Guy Santos, we can use you. If you don't, keep practicing. We might call on you if we need you. I think it's really as simple as this. If they get stymied in a matchup where they're like, what we want to do is not working, then they will be like, all right, maybe we need to rethink what we want to do.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go game one. We don't like what we have. And that's like, realistically, he's the 11th man right now. That's like, I don't know how, there's not another way to say it. He is the backup for Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy's available, so he doesn't get to play. He's a backup quarterback right now. That's what he is, well, is not what it is. Like, they've made a determination. He can only play if Jimmy doesn't play. And Jimmy's playing right now.
Well, Jimmy doesn't play. I don't even want to watch it. Forget it. The season's over.
But like, you know what I'm saying? He played GP 2 minutes tonight. They're like, he's not he can't do the GP2 role or the Guy Santos role. He can only do the Jimmy Butler role. So if Jimmy goes hurt, Kuminga, you're gonna have to play. But right now, that's where we're at.
I kind of talked about the hypocrisy of Kuminga not playing against the Clippers where they're trying to win and then Steph playing 33 minutes. That made no sense to me. And then they course corrected.
That's a different
right.
story. But yeah.
But now this is way more on par with the urgency that the Warriors are going after this series, the Rockets, where Steph is playing 40, Jimmy's playing 42, and they're going to win this game. Like you said, it's an 8.5-man rotation. And honestly, like, Buddy Hield played like 2 minutes in the second half. So like, they really cut that thing down to try to win these games instead of doing the 11-man rotation shit, because they can't go 10 deep. If they go 10 deep, they lose, right? And you talked about it, so I'm not going to dive too deeply into it, but if Kuminga played half as hard as Guy, if he was half as smart as Guy, if he could shoot half as well as Guy, and if he tried to rebound half as well as Guy, maybe he fucking play a couple minutes, but he doesn't do any of those things. So there's no point. Like, it's kind of like we watched Jalen Green tonight, where it's like he wouldn't be playing if the Rockets didn't need him to score. Right? Like, Kuminga would probably be playing on the Rockets because the Rockets need someone to score. The Warriors, they need someone to stick a three. They need someone to do what Pods is doing, where it's just like, bro, Pods 6'5". I don't even know if he's 6'5", but all I know is he got up. I don't know if he's 6'8". I don't know if he's 6'5", but he got up above the rim over Steven Adams or Şengün.
One of the best mistipped layups of all time.
Bro, that's the type of shit that the Warriors need. I have never in my life seen
Russell Westbrook right there.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook. big time player, baby. I told you the Clippers were frauds. Not you, but I told you. But are you serious? You know what I mean? With Pod's offensive rebound, are you freaking serious? That's the type of stuff that wins games, man. That's the type of shit wins games. Moses Moody hits a 3 in the corner. Big 3 in the corner. That's the type of stuff that wins games. He's playing point of attack defense every day. He's swiping at the ball. Dude, Guy Santos comes in and just fouls people. That's cool because he's trying to rebound. Anyway, I'm not trying to talk shit. All I'm saying is these guys in a game like this, 95-85 playoff game, I saw a lot of winning plays from role players, Sam. Saw a lot of winning plays from role players. And if Steve Kerr felt like Jonathan Kuminga could do that, honestly, if we saw Kuminga do any of those things, he'd be playing. But like you said, if he played today 42 minutes in Jimmy Butler's role, he'd probably get 20 points too. He probably would. Like, he's a scorer. He'd probably get those points too. The Warriors don't need that.
It's like becoming more of a thing in the NBA, by the way. Like, I feel like this wasn't a thing a decade ago, but it's
What do you mean?
Just the role specification. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. He's a good player. It's not that he's a better basketball player than Guy Santos. It's that Guy Santos is a better role player than him.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
And I feel like 10 years ago, coaches wouldn't think of it that way. They'd just be like, he's better. Let's throw him out there. And now it's just kind of like, you know what? Steph's the man. Jimmy's our number 2 option. We need guys who fit around that more than we just need to throw a third talent out there. It's not a bad thing, to be honest. It's probably a better thing in general, but that's kind of where he's stuck right now. Jimmy essentially took his role and he has not fit in as a role player at this point. It's really, it's that simple. And maybe it changes. And honestly, I think it probably can change over time. But the reality is they're trying to win games right now. They're trying to win games right now. So I hate the conversation because it feels like, it's like, okay, you think he should play. Great. Is it contributing to winning, or is this about some sort of like Heidi politics, make Joe feel good about his lottery pick discussion? Because if it's the latter, I don't want to have that conversation. If you actually think he can help, tell me what he's doing, what role he's playing in this short term. But I'll leave it at that.
Yep. Cool.
All right. Who else we got here? Got the goons coming through. Let's get Danny up here real quick.
A lot of goons.
Yeah. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, click over to playback, request to speak. We'll bring you up here. And if you're on playback, just request to speak.
There you go.
Danny, what's up, man?
What up?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. I had to rush back because I was in work for like the first half. I was checking my phone for the box score. I was like, oh my God, we're up. Please don't blow this. And then when I got back, I was just like, oh my God. Steph is different. That's where I want to start this. Steph is just different. Look at him. Like, so inspirational, man. So inspirational. Like, I literally saw him make so many fucking threes. I didn't think it was possible to be more blown away from every single night. But he's just like, it doesn't even look like a right shot that he's taking. He's falling to the right, like 2 guys like full speed running. And then I'm pretty sure in the broadcast they were saying something like, the only other people to be even in his ballpark at his age was like MJ and Kobe, and he's outscoring them at 37.
Yeah.
For there's just a different generational level. Like, these are the conversations we gotta start having because, like, and the other thing I wanted to bring up, this comparison like popped into my mind, is the Warriors getting Jimmy similar to when the Mavs got Kyrie. Okay, because think about it, they were both undervalued, like semi-star second option players on the best like championship teams that were probably undervalued because of all outside of the court stuff, and then when they get them, the only difference is Steph just needs a little bit of help, take you to the conference finals, take you to the semifinals, take you to the NBA finals. But the difference is Jimmy, he took Tim Duncan to the NBA finals, and now we're winning the chip.
I like it. I don't disagree with you. Like, the similarity is they were both quote unquote buy low. Like, people,
Yep.
They burnt bridges and people ran with it to be like, oh, this guy sucks. No, he does not suck. That's absolutely inaccurate. Kyrie Irving did not suck. Jimmy Butler did not suck. It's just like they were in a situation where the team acquiring them had essentially they had the opportunity to get them for pennies on the dollar. Like that's what it came down to.
One pick and Wiggins.
Exactly.
Wiggins.
Like, oh, hey, Kyle Anderson too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they upgraded the small forward position and gave Miami the 20th pick in the draft. Like, come on, man. That's like a no-brainer. You don't get a player this good that easy.
Unless
they burn bridges.
Because he's not a Warrior anymore. He's off the team. Like, that's fine. We could do whatever. If we sign and trade, hopefully we get something back. But at this point, like, he's not part of the future. It doesn't even matter.
I think the other thing too is you mentioned the buy low stuff. Jimmy's better than Kyrie too. Like that's the other thing that's huge of this, and
much better.
Championship. Yeah, like we've seen Jimmy do. You mentioned like we've seen Jimmy drag teams by. I wouldn't say by himself. Bam's pretty good, and Duncan Robinson's pretty good. And he had a good couple of finals.
Caleb Martin, baby.
Hey, Warriors could use Caleb Martin. Don't. I'm saying Warriors could use a Caleb Martin, but hey, that's the
Warriors could use a Dante DiVincenzo. That's what we could.
Yes. Shout out to the Wolves. That's I love it. When he hit that 3 against them and going to halftime, that's beautiful. That's it. I think people that question the move didn't understand. I think because when you watch the Warriors, you're so used to watching them with like a lot of role guys next to Steph, and the only guy that was like the true alpha next to him was KD. And so it's like, oh, but Jimmy can't shoot as well as KD, so it's not going to be the same. Where's the defense, stuff like that? No, it turns out you only got 5 guys on the court. This isn't football. Or there isn't 11 guys. Sometimes it's not that difficult. Put 2 guys that are alphas. Everybody else will fit in. And if you don't get to play. That's it. And these guys are fitting in.
I was skeptical. I'm going to be honest. I got skeptical that maybe he lost his step. Maybe he wasn't going to show up in the playoffs. We saw play-in Jimmy. We see one game of playoff Jimmy, and I am bought in.
You believe you're in. Yeah, you're in. That's all you need to see. That's all you need to see. That's it. You're locked in. That's it.
Appreciate you, Danny. Have a great one, man.
The call. Much love. It's a great perm, too. That's what I need, Sam. What if I had that here? If I had that? I don't think I can pull it. I don't think you pull it off.
I don't think you pull it off. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't think I can.
Gonna be honest.
I don't think I can. Please go.
G.
Are we waiting for G?
All right, yeah. I'm in New York, so I'm gonna make this quick. I already woke up my neighbor Carl. I know he's. I just want to say that I want to get too carried away, but what isn't talked about enough is that Steph sent these franchises to the literal Stone Ages. I'm talking Houston, Memphis, Cleveland, OKC. We killed the last Lions. The Cubs are growing up, and Steph is still there. I don't care how many wins OKC has. They know what it felt like when Steph came in the last time. Same thing with all these other franchises. We don't talk about Steph's longevity enough. It's always about the other guy. But he's been on same jersey, same number, hasn't changed anything. These teams went to the lottery 5 times in a row, top 5 picks. Doesn't matter. Steph's still beating them. That's got to suck. I'm not trying to get too carried away, but let's just have that narrative too while we're out there. Love you guys. Coming back out of goon retirement. Appreciate it.
Yes. Let's keep gooning, brother.
All right. Hey. All right, don't wake up call. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Oh. Yeah. I might need to retire that saying.
Nah, keep it going, baby. After everyone. Light Years Podcast, we are brought to you by Lucy. We got into the new sponsor. I love Lucy. They are 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. Lucy breakers are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. Set yourself up with a subscription and have Lucy delivered straight to your door. Sam, this is the ritual every morning before I go to work. It is 100 milligrams straight caffeine to the dome. I'm awake at 7 a.m. in the morning. So now I'm up. The next thing I need to relax. I need to calm down a little bit. That's where Lucy comes in. That's where the nicotine pouch comes in. What is my favorite flavor, you say? I'm a fruity guy. I love fruit. Mango is my favorite flavor. Seriously, mango is my favorite flavor. Apple ice is my second favorite flavor. If you like coffee so much, you could do espresso. Those are the top 3 flavors, at least to me. So let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/lightyears. Use promo code lightyears to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code lightyears, get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. Every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate you, brother. Oh,
mango.
It is good. It is good. I can't lie about that. And you know what else is good? As a small business owner, which I am, you don't have the luxury of clocking out early. Your business on your mind 24/7. Ask Andy about the text I send him. It's a fact. So when you're hiring, you need a partner that grinds just as hard as you do. That's why hiring is part of LinkedIn Jobs. When you clock out, LinkedIn clocks in. LinkedIn makes it easy to post jobs for free, share it with your network, and get qualified candidates that you can manage. LinkedIn's new feature can help write your job descriptions and get you out quickly in front of the right candidates. Either post a job for free or pay to promote. Promoted jobs get 3x more qualified applicants. Guys, it's easy. Post your jobs for free on linkedin.com/lightyears. That's linkedin.com/lightyears to post your job for free. Get a free job posting on Andy and me. It's that simple. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, we got a lot of goons who want to come through. We're gonna power through this. It's a power goon session.
Power. Hey, come on.
Get the moisturizer out. Let's get fast. No, just kidding.
Power Goon Sesh. Come on, let's go. Power Goon Sesh. Who's up? Come on. Lock in, bro. Let's go, man. Power Goon Sesh, like the Houston Rockets are trying to goon up that game, bro. Come on, man.
Bro.
Goon up that game.
Watching the Rockets shoot the basketball is a thing.
So. Yeah, that is some of the what happened.
All right, we're gonna keep moving. If you don't respond within, let's call it the first 10 seconds, I'm gonna move to the next person. All right, Zen, what's up, brother?
Always be gooning. What's up, man?
You're on mute.
No, we don't have him. Uh-oh, we lost him.
Oh, no.
Looked like he was coming in hot.
Well, call back in. We'll keep it moving.
Oh, he said I'll request later. Okay. Who do we got? Izzo,
what's up, man?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Yes, sir.
Feeling good after the win. How are you?
Yeah, man. I'm hyped. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna just say this. We win in the chip, so I'm not even worried about that. What I'm focused on right now is guaranteeing. I came up with a plan for to make back to back. All right, and this.
We're already on.
We're on the repeat. We're on the repeat.
This is what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Sign and trade. He who must not be named for Cam Johnson.
Respect.
Bring DeAnthony Melton. Okay. And this is what's gonna happen, man, because this is what's true, tried and true. As long as we have Steph and Kerr's offense and players who know how to run Kerr's offense, there's no stopping the people that teams cannot deal with it. It's frustrating. It's difficult, and no one else is doing this. And it's a tale as old as time. Beauty and the Beast, Steph and Draymond. It's a wrap, dog. We got this, man. Chips on chips.
Hey, yo.
Nachos Bel Grande, baby. Come on. All right.
Yo, Beauty and the Beast is nuts.
Hey, you gotta admit, Dre's looking old these days.
Hey, come on, man.
My guys. But he can still play. Appreciate it. Have a great one, man.
I respect. Hey, one thing you mentioned though, I want to point out is the dude. Nobody runs the style. I think that's actually like that's a thing that teams aren't used to playing like this. I saw a tweet I think it was our guy Sheed who mentioned the Rockets looked a little tired after the game. You play all season long, and you're used to playing guys like pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. All of a sudden, as you're chasing Steph around for 40 minutes a game, it's different. It is like you give to his overall point. You give Steve the guys that he likes. It's gonna work. It's gonna work every time. You just got to give it to him. He's not gonna fuck with anything else.
Can we say one other thing about Steve?
Yeah.
Nobody takes more bullets for number 30 than Steve. I'm gonna say it right now. The system is 30. Everything they do is built off of playing the improvisational style that Steph wants to play. And to do it, you need players who actually understand how he wants to play. So, like, better than me. Like, Draymond can do it in his sleep because he's done it for 15 years. But it's like the whole idea of like, if Steph passes you the ball and he's moving, you have to know where to cut off of him. Yeah. Because end of the day, him just putting the ball in the air is better than any player on the floor. He's the best shooter of all time. He's the best scorer of all time. Let's be honest. Like, his touch is the best of all time, right? Like, he's not 6'10", but like, if he gets a clean look, it's going in the basket more than anyone on earth. And it doesn't matter where on the court. It could be a 3, could be a 2, could be a layup. He has better touch than anyone, right? He's the most skilled player of all time. Yep. And so it requires putting players who understand how to play with him. And Steve is kind of a stickler for that. So you see guys like Kelly Oubre is a good example in the past. Not a bad player. He's actually helping Philly a lot right now. Or sorry, he helped him this year. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. But you didn't figure it out for the Warriors. It didn't work around Steph. And for that, you know what? Mike Mulder, get in there, buddy. You get it. I think too many people kill Steve when I think Steve is the only guy who really goes to bat for Steph in a way that truly matters.
I had not thought of it that way, Samuel, and I'm glad you brought that up because people keep saying it's Steve, and you're so right. Steph wants to play that style too, right? Like everything Steve wants to do, Steph wants to do. This is why Steve is still the head coach of the Warriors. Who do we just see get fired? Mike Malone just got fired, right? And Taylor Jenkins just got fired. And those guys have franchise players like Nikola. You think Nikola Jokic, if he wanted Mike Malone to stay, Mike Malone wouldn't have stayed? You know what I'm saying? Like Nikola Jokic was like, all right, cool, get him the fuck out of here. Like Steve Kerr is the only guy in the NBA that's still in Spo. Like the only guy that's still here because you're right, man. Like everything that those guys do are in lockstep. You think if he who shall not be named is not in the game plan, you think Steph is like, oh, Steve, I want him in the game plan, but whatever you want. If you're okay with him not in the game plan, that's cool. No, dude. Like they sat down and figured, okay, this is our best path to win. I'm glad you brought it up. That's right.
It's a fact. Right. Hey, Jordan, thanks for waiting patiently.
Jordan, sir.
Did I mute Jordan? It's a mute problem.
You can mute.
What's up, guys? Calling in from Brooklyn, super hyped here. I just want to ask you guys something because we've been watching basketball for 25, 30 years now, depending on how old you are. We lost the rebound battle by 16, 22 offensive rebounds we gave up. Would you ever in a million years guess that we won by 10? I mean, have you ever seen a basketball game like that where you get walloped on the boards that badly, but you just kind of cruise to a victory in the fourth quarter? I have never, right? And I don't know if that's the Rockets are that bad on offense and that half-court defense that's ranked 22nd that Tommy was calling out is truly that putrid. Or we got the two best guys on the court. We're that much better. And we're going to cruise through this thing because it doesn't matter that the Rockets have that one advantage, right? I mean, that is kind of astounding.
I mean, I think he summed it up. I think it's a little bit of all those things. I think in general, you want to keep the rebounding battle 50-50 at worst, right? Like usually you don't want to do it, but I mean, the Warriors barely lost to the Clippers and they also had a 15 rebounding differential. Like to your point, sometimes it's as simple as if you're putting the ball in the basket more efficiently, you can overcome certain things. Doesn't mean you should strive to not rebound the ball, but everything is in context of each other, and they can't shoot, and the Warriors can. It's it's that simple. They need a 20 rebound differential to beat the Warriors.
I
think
wonder. It's a little scary though. I don't know if Jordan, you sound a little. I am kind of a little concerned. It is a little nuts.
I'm semi-concerned, right? Because when I see them, it's kind of weird because frankly, they're their best rebounding self when Looney is on the court.
Sure.
And they
Yeah.
can't be throwing Kevon out there, for more than 20 minutes a game and expect to win this. But I will say this, I don't think Draymond has figured out Şengün. That may not be his focus right now. He may just be trying to body him a little bit and then continue to rotate. But Looney seems to be the only guy that can match up with him both on the boards as well as kind of wrap him up on the inside, 1 to 3, 4 feet out. So if that's something that does kind of rear its ugly head as we move forward, it might be interesting. Do we have to play Kevon a little more than planned? But overall, I'm sorry, 22 offensive rebounds and we win by 10. It's not even the rebounding differential, 22 offensive rebounds. I'm sitting here
It's
going,
insane. It's
yeah,
insane.
it's nuts.
I think part of it is the Houston Rockets can't shoot for shit, so they
Yeah.
have a ton of extra offensive rebound opportunities. I also think some of it's kind of luck. I do think when you have that many, maybe some of them are falling to them a little bit, but the lineups, maybe we see more Guy Santos. I do think maybe
That's
we see
fair.
a little more, maybe a little less GP2. I thought GP2 was pretty okay today, but maybe a little less. I'm not sure. I don't think they have a ton of options. I thought Post was trying, man,
Yeah, he
but
was.
look, Steven Adams a grown ass man.
Yeah,
He's a grown ass. There is not much you can do.
Post's
It doesn't
gonna
matter
need
who
to
you
hit
put
some
him.
more shots to stay on the floor.
Yep.
I'll put it
There
that
you go.
way.
Bingo. Like that. That's what you need because it feels like to me, and I mentioned this earlier. It's like, does Ime Udoka want to play Steven Adams 30 minutes? Because maybe that's the path for them to win this series. But when has that ever been a path for a playoff team to win a game? So I don't know what his options are, but yeah, it is concerning because the Warriors have been out rebounded the last couple games. It's just not the Rockets. This is kind of every team.
The last thing I'll say on that subject is I think Steve's okay with them battling on the rebound war as long as they're generating the spacing he wants. Because the issue with Looney is Looney, Draymond, and Jimmy, it's no shooting.
It's not going to work.
You're going.
But to your point, if they end up in a situation where it costs them a game or two, he's going to Looney. And that's kind of like, to me, plan A is let's stick with our small ball lineup, the one that generates the optimal spacing, the one that makes the offense run best, and trust that they can compete enough to win. But to your point, if it gets into a situation where they drop a game or two because they can't rebound the ball because, I can joke about it, but, usually you don't win when you get out rebounded by 20. And that actually happens next game or two. I think he'll move there. I think you're right. I think Looney's always he's always available. And one of my favorite things about him is I don't think he gives a fuck that he played 6 minutes tonight. I don't think he cares.
No,
I think
not at all.
if he's called, I think if they go into game 5, 2-2, and the Rockets are owning him on the glass, and Steve's like, Looney, I need you. I think he'll show up and he might get 20 rebounds. And that's why he's one of my favorite players on the Warriors, period, because not a lot of guys can kind of have that mentality of I'm okay if I don't play. And if I do play, I might take over the game in the thing I'm good at.
No.
Absolutely. And then I'll just throw this out there and then I'm going to go to bed here, fellas. But you kind of touched on it. Man, the story of the Rockets and the Warriors, the fact that Steph was the one who slew specifically James Harden, Chris Paul, Dwight, all those guys, they tear it down. They send Harden out because he's too fat, he's too lazy, and then they rebuild and they still got to get through Steph. And that dude has not changed. There is some poetry to that, man. That is insane. To go through a full rebuild and then have to get past the same dude and fail, nah, that would kill me as a fan. But anyway, I gotta go. Yeah.
Appreciate the call. Poetry for us. Yeah, fucking nightmare for them, I'll tell you that.
Appreciate you, Jordan. I went into one of the Rockets playback rooms watching the game, and
you're an asshole.
I'm not gonna clown, but the reactions when Steph hit shots, it was painful. I'll put it that way. It was like I don't really know who that guy is for the Warriors right now, but like you see like the boogeyman where you're just like, oh no, not again. That was the vibe.
If you're a Niners fan, then yeah, I mean then you know who the boogeyman is. But yeah, I don't think this is that common. You know what I mean? That's the what makes this so great for us, Sam, is that this has been many a phase of the Houston Rockets that hopefully this Houston, actually, we're not going to do this tonight, but I think this Houston Rockets future is interesting. I'm not really sure it's that bright. But anyway, we'll go to the next. Who's next? Jay Brown. Or
Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Awesome. So great to be back gooning with you guys. This has been a hilarious No, I just wanted to say it's worth repeating over and over. The fact that Steph Curry at age 37 is able to play 40 plus minutes and just absolutely, he had the highest true shooting percentage, 78% true shooting percentage tonight, while getting assaulted for every single one of those minutes. Only shot 2 free throws. And we've talked about it before. His conditioning is insane. He's the best shooter and best conditioned player in the NBA at age 37. It's incredible. And I think the thing that stands out to me all the time, and particularly tonight, is just his mental toughness. The fact that he can be bear hugged by Dylan Brooks or Amen Thompson or whoever, Fred VanVleet, whoever it is. And really, he just never reacts. Like it is very rare that you see him react negatively. And you contrast that with one Mr. LeBron James, that picture of him on his knees, pleading with the referees for a call against the Wolves yesterday. Like, it's incredible. The league is going to miss him when he's gone, but he won't be gone for another 5 years. So we're good. I'm so excited about this one tonight. Let's get on to other people. But Steph Curry, it's the greatest I've ever seen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
LeBron, fucking fraud.
Hey, when's the Shams leak coming out about the groin is worse?
My groin's hurt.
It's worse than people think. Steph's fucking wrapped like a mummy, but
on a shooting hand.
I know, right? Shooting hand, can't grip the ball, still from 30. But anyway, different conversation. Abdullah, what's up, man?
First off, shout out New York Warriors contingent. Like, so many of these calls are all New Yorkers staying up past 1 a.m. to talk about Warriors.
Yes, sir.
Let's see where.
So I just was gonna say, like, I'm so hyped. The only thing I'm annoyed about tonight is if I knew Steve Kerr was gonna play Steph Curry 40 minutes, I would have bet so much money on this game. That was literally the only way I thought we were gonna lose game
Steve
1.
Cost you money?
Steve cost me money. I thought he was going to play him 32 minutes tops, and we were going to eke out some sort of either narrow victory or narrow loss, and it was the only reason I didn't put money on this game. But I don't understand why I listened to like a million podcasts this week in which so many NBA media people were like, I don't know. I think this Rockets team is going to beat them. They seem really tough. Amen Thompson, only 3 points. Like, it didn't make any sense to me. Like, the Rockets scored under 100 points 30 games this season. Like, almost half their season, they can't get to 100 points. The Warriors did it 8 times. And we didn't get to 100 tonight, and we still won by double digits. Like, I don't understand the pathway. Like, it doesn't make any sense how they're going to beat us 4 times. And after tonight,
call them nerds.
It's insane to me. Like, literally. Also, shout out James Harden. I'm so happy that he went nuclear for once in overtime, pushed us to the 7th seed. Like, everything about this pathway feels perfect right now in terms of how it's lining up. I thought Minnesota was going to be a hell of a matchup for the Lakers. I think that that's going to be like a dogfight. I like how the bracket is laid out for us. The only thing I'm worried about, speaking of gooning, Dylan Brooks, if this series gets out of hand, I mean, I was watching him like in the last couple minutes doing the most annoying, cheap, petty shit, pushing Jimmy Butler when he didn't even have the ball. Like, you're down 12 with like 20 seconds left, and you're trying to trap a guy in the corner, and you're slapping his arms. was like,
Fake,
this is the
fake
only
hustle all. Yeah.
fake hustle all the time. I was like, this man will do something super shady. I know so many people in my life who don't like Draymond Green for a variety of different reasons, and I will always back them because I'm like, there are the Dylan Brooks of the world who come after Steph Curry, and he's the one guy we got. So, yeah, Draymond Green went insane tonight, but we're going to need him for on the court stuff. But I'm sure when Dylan Brooks goes wild in game 3 or game 4, I'm glad we have Draymond on our team to back up 30 and make sure he doesn't get hurt. So that's all I was going to say. I'm super hyped about this game. I see us hopefully taking care of the Rockets in 5, and hopefully the Wolves tire out the Lakers or they end up beating them. So that's all I got, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Have a great evening.
Some great calls today. Glad we're doing this again.
It is true. Like, I think the hardest part for me is not getting ahead of myself and calling it a sweep. And that's why I got my guy McWalter here, the ombudsman. Let's go, man.
Yo!
There we go. There we go.
Yo! Yo!
Look at the
Whoa! Yeah, they gave us Jimmy Butler. The guy Sam manifested this all off season, all regular season. He literally spoke it into existence, and they gave him to us. And we can still do a sign and trade with he who should not be named later for more assets. My God. The league is run by idiots, and it's not only Nico. There's 31 other idiots. Unbelievable. Absolutely, incredibly, unbelievably stupid of the rest of the league. Steph has not had anyone on that level that is a surefire Hall of Famer that can take over a game since we had Klay Thompson with his working knees, right? Like, subsequent hasn't quite been the same guy, right? And now we have a surefire guy, granted he's at the tail end of his career, who is a dog, who can go in and talk to Draymond and tell him to shut the fuck up and, hey, lock you in. And Draymond's actually going to listen to that guy because he's a dog. And you need that. You need that on this team. And that is why we're going to smoke these fools. And we're going to send them back to the Stone Age again. They're going to have to trade away some of those young guys because they're going to be like, hey, we're going to miss our freaking window here, or our window is farther out than we thought it was, because clearly Jalen Green ain't ready to play in the playoffs. Clearly Jabari isn't ready to play in the playoffs. Amen, who I haven't ever seen before because he's some type of stopper when he literally has a twin who we've all seen before, who's literally him and better at defense, and has also been at all of Steph's camps. So Steph has clearly seen him for the last 5 years since he was like a little guy.
That is my favorite. That is my favorite part. They're like, Steph hasn't seen this before. I'm like, motherfucker, he was asking them for autographs. Like,
yes,
they're at the camp. Like, Steph saw my shoes.
At his camp, there's literally pictures of them at his camp getting awards. It's insane. Absolutely insane. And not only this frees up Steph. It's phenomenal. He gives us space to have guys like Moses Moody on the floor. Moses needs a little bit more space because if you get uptight on him, he's not as the greatest off the dribble. But when you have Jimmy there, magically the waves part for Moses and he can splash down freeze. Who knew? Who knew that having another person that can create space on offense would help, and someone who can also play defense? Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely. I'm flummoxed. This is great.
Scale of 1 to 10. How all in are you on a parade?
11.
Oh,
we're
let's
in.
Go. That's what
we're in. We're in. I'm
there.
spray painting my spot. I'm just gonna put it in the street now. Literally won't clean it up for weeks. It'll be great.
You tell Andy and I where the barbecue is. We'll be there.
Fuck yeah, we'll have Nate. We'll have Nate's barbecue sponsor. It'll be phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Appreciate you, McWalters.
Thank you, McWalters. Love the shirt. Wearing a We Believe shirt. I mean, come on, man. I love it.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
I love it. All right.
We're ending it. We're ending it on our guy.
Who we got?
We got Mikas coming in.
Mikas. 1 a.m. on the East Coast. I can't imagine he's going to be. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, this is going to be good. Mikas. Where are we?
Oh, we got a guy. We got someone else coming in here.
All right.
Been waiting the whole
You guys
time.
got
What's
me?
up, man?
Hello?
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, man?
Hello?
Can you hear? You're good. We can hear you. He might not be able to hear us.
How about now?
You're good,
Loud
bro.
and clear.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Man, let me get a club seating, bar seating, or whatever at Market Street, the Light Years booth
You got it.
on Market Street during the parade. I mean, we are so back with McWalters, dude. I'm just laughing my ass off over here. We're so fucking back. It's amazing. About the Jordan's point earlier about the double center, or the double bigs on the Rockets and the rebounds. Like, I don't know. I think the counter to the counter is just get those guys in action in our like defending Steph or switched on or something. Like, do you guys expect to see that? I mean, I feel like we're so bad at like targeting liabilities on the other team. Like when Ja rolled his ankle, like I was like, yo, you can't get him in an ISO like once in these 8 minutes. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think expect to see that from Kerr? Like, and I think instead of posts, like you said, for him to be on the floor, he's got to make shots. If not, then do you think Gee can be guarding Alperen Şengün or Steven Adams?
What?
Like, because these are strong, these are big dudes.
You do bring up the right point, which is like so they were having Şengün guard Moody, and the double big line is at some point someone other than Steph has to hit some shots. Like, to get those guys off the floor, it is going to take a Buddy Hield, a Pods, a Moody, someone just start hitting shots to the point where they're like, I can't have Steven Adams playing 5 feet off of him because that guy's going to hit shots. So I really think it's that simple. And, they threw it out there. Andy, do you think they can actually play the double big lineup for that long against this team?
That's the question. I don't think they can do it long enough to win a game. That's the problem. I think they can do it long enough for them to get it back into a game, which is what they did tonight because the Warriors
like catch you off guard for stretches, right?
Yep.
Okay. If Fred made 2 more of those open threes, like I was clenching. I was like, oh, thank God those didn't go down.
Well, thank God. Fucking guys shouldn't have made those in 2019 either. I'll tell you that. So this is the get back. We deserve this. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm fascinated to see what happens next game because the Warriors, they just shot so poorly, and their 3-point percentage is always going to look kind of nice because Steph is shooting. But one of these games, guys are going to hit shots. You would think like Pods is going to make 6 threes. Yeah. Like we saw it. Like Moody's going to make some more shots. Like Buddy Hield's going to get hot. You know what I'm saying? Buddy Hield's probably going to get hot at home. Like he's going to have a good game. And so like the Warriors haven't had that like bullshit shooting game yet. So maybe that'll help. Tonight did feel like I don't know if it's tonight where it was like hey, the Rockets. I think obviously Wednesday night the Rockets have to win that game or this baby's over. But yeah, so
appreciate you, man. Have a great one.
Thank you, guys.
All right, I say we call it. I'm excited to be back on this. We will be doing the same thing on Wednesday. Everyone, Wednesday night. Love you.